Theory does not stop threats, skills do. So today I'm giving you 3 practical, no-nonsense drills that will turn last week's video knowledge into real life-saving ability. We're going to build the muscle memory you need to be just as effective with your iron sights as you were 20 years ago. But knowing a secret is one thing. Being able to use it when it counts is something else entirely different. Last week, I told you the biggest lie in shooting, that for those of us with eye problems, focus on the front sight is probably a trap that's destroying your accuracy. Now, in that video, we covered the what. Today, we get to the important part and the fun part, the how. I'm Dave with Everyday Gun Owner, and I've got over 30 years of shooting experience, plus 12 years training soldiers in the Army Reserves, teaching them how to shoot and qualify. So let's get to work. You've spent decades building the habit of chasing that front sight, and we can't expect you to undo that in one trip to the range. The goal of these drills is to build new paths for your brain, to make target focus feel natural and instinctive. Now keep in mind, these are just a few of the ways to adapt. If this doesn't work for you, hey, that's okay too. If you need new sights or a red dot, by all means, use what's best for you. My 80-year-old dad got a hollow sight for his Smith & Wesson Equalizer because the factory sights sucked. And I have a red dot on my AR-15 because I'm old and going blind. But we're going to start with a dry fire drill you can do at home, and then move on to some other drills, and finish with the one thing that can ruin any sight picture, whether it's blurry or not. Stick around. First drill is how we burn that target focus method from the previous video into your muscle memory. It's all about trusting your brain and your eyes. Now, before we begin any dry fire, let's make safety our number one priority. All ammunition has been removed from the room. I have visually inspected my firearm to confirm it is unloaded. Please do the same. Pick a safe spot in your home with a safe backstop. Choose a small object across the room. A light switch is perfect. I have one right over there. Oh, you could also use a large post-it note or a colored index card. Now, just like we talked about in the previous video, stare at it. Burn a hole into that object. And from the low ready, bring your firearm up, and the gun will be a blurry silhouette. Your job is to place that blurry shape over the target and practice a smooth trigger pull. Don't let your eyes leave the target or look at the sights. Now you might be asking, why does this work? Well, doing this for 5 to 10 minutes a day retrains your brain to accept this as your new sight picture. It proves to you that you can be consistently align the gun on the target without needing razor-sharp focus front sight. Now, the second drill is what we call the flashlight index drill, FID. A lot of defensive situations happen in low light or at night, and this is where our eyes struggle the most. This drill uses a flashlight to do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. And as always, make sure your guns are unloaded and safe. In a safe, dim, or dark room, hold your flashlight indexed with your pistol. Your first move is to paint the target with the bright hot spot of the light. Your eyes will naturally follow to that bright spot. Then you just simply bring your gun into that illuminated circle, and the light has already found its target for you. Your gun and sights just have to follow. Now this works because it's a great follow-up to the first exercise where we focus on the target. It is a huge confidence builder as it uses the light of the flashlight as your primary aiming tool and the sights as a secondary confirmation. It's faster and more intuitive for aging eyes in low light conditions, and it's a core part of the family defense readiness. This last drill is critical. If a bad trigger pull or squeeze pulls you off the target at the last second, it doesn't matter how good your aim is. Now, I don't want to get into the trigger, press, pull, squeeze debate. Use whatever terminology works for you. Use whatever works for you. I'm going to use trigger pull for this video. Our hand strength can change over the years, and it's easy to start squeezing the whole hand instead of just the trigger finger. And this drill helps to fix that. With an unloaded firearm, get your grip and aim at your safe target. Now, carefully place a coin on top of your front sight, or as close as you can get. The goal is to pull the trigger straight back to the rear without that coin falling off. Now, if you haven't done this before, it's a lot harder than it sounds. You can also have a spouse or loved one place the coin on top of your barrel or as close to the front sight as possible. And you can also use various washers as well. We did this in the Army a lot, calling them dime drills or washer drills. You can start with a quarter, work your way down to a nickel or a dime. Now, this builds neurological independence between your trigger finger and the rest of your gripping hand. It trains your brain to send a signal to that one finger. Your grip remains firm and steady without disturbing your sight picture. Now here's a bonus tip. If you find yourself struggling to keep the gun steady during the coin drill, might be a sign that your supporting grip muscles are wearing out. You can use a simple grip strengthener just a few minutes a day to build that endurance and strength. Now, I also want to point out, if you have problems like arthritis, hand injuries, etc., this may not work, so please be careful, and if you need to, consult your doctor. All of these drills will help you turn last week's theory into this week's practice and skill. The target focus drill builds the new habit, the flashlight drill prepares you for the dark, and the trigger drill just helps keep you honest. Your experience is your greatest asset, and these are just a few of the tools for your toolbox. It's not about decline, it's about adapting so you can always be ready to protect your family. Now, I'd love to hear from you guys. Which of these drills are you going to try first, or have you done them already? Do you have something different you can share with the community? Drop it in the comments below, and if this was helpful, please give this a like and subscribe so we can make more videos like this. And next week, we're wrapping up the series. We're going to look at how astigmatism affects your shooting and what you can do about it. Stay tuned, and I'll see you next week.